Takeoff. Using D-rated thrust. Anti-ice will be off. Standard reject actions to V1 as briefed. From V1, or if the call is continue, I will continue the takeoff as per the standard company procedures. The engine out procedure today is as per the chart. We are under our maximum landing weight, so we are okay to make an immediate return. Okay, all going well, the departure routing will be via the ATC assigned SID, complying with all published speed and altitude restrictions. No noise abatement procedures required. Any questions, comments or concerns?
No questions.
Departure brief complete. Request ATC clearance.
Good afternoon. Air Canada 1111. Air Canada 1111 is at the gate with the numbers, requesting ATC clearance.
Jin'Air 583 Heavy, looking to pick up our clearance to
Okay,
Jeju.
cleared to our destination as filed.
Jin'Air 583 Heavy.
Squawk
Did not
code is as
copy.
assigned. Air Canada 1111.
Jin'Air 583 Heavy, looking to pick up our clearance to Jeju.
Jin'Air 583 Heavy, unable request. David Viz. All aircraft be advised information 12 now current. QNH1019.
Beyond ATC connected.
Jin'Air 5, A3 Heavy, on our way to Jeju Airport.
Jin'Air 5, A3 Heavy, Gimpo delivery, expect runway 32 right, Baltic 2 Tango departure, Squawk 5102.
Baltic 2 Tango departure. Squawk 5102, Jin'Air 5, 8-3 Heavy.
Jin'Air 5, A3 Heavy, Quebec correct. Contact ground 121.9 when ready for push or start.
We'll contact ground 121.9 when ready for pushback or engine start. Jin'Air 5, 8-3 Heavy, bye-bye. Thanks.
Recall?
ESRJet 213, at ramp 21, request pushback and engine start.
ESRJet 213, Gimpo ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face south.
Pushback approved, face south. ESRJet 213.
Jeju 583 Heavy. At gate 11, request pushback.
Jeju 583 Heavy, Gimpo ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face west.
Pushback and engine start approved. Face west. Jeju 583 Heavy.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback. Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
ESRJet 213. Request text to the active.
ESRJet 213. Runway 32 right taxi via Romeo. Romeo Delta. Papa. Alpha.
Runway 32 right taxi via Romeo. Romeo Delta. Papa. Alpha. ESRJet 213.
Locking gear. Release parking brakes.
Please wind 250 degrees, 10 knots, railway between 210 degrees and 280 degrees. Feeling and visibility okay. Temperature 16 degrees, 0.01 degrees, QNH 1019, landing runway 32 left, departing runway 32 right, transition level 140, numerous trains in operation ground Gimpo. Advise on initial contact to have information
received. Feedback, hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact.
Gimpo
Before start checklist.
Flight deck door closed and locked. MCP
V2200, heading 053, altitude, flight level 100,
takeoff speeds.
V1, VR, V2, to go!
CDU pre-flight.
ESRJet 213, contact Gimpo Tower 118.1.
Move to Tower 118.1, ESRJet 213. Bang 864 heavy.
Completed.
34.
Completed. Trim.
4.0 unit 0
heavy. Gimpo
Taxi
ground,
and takeoff
pushback
briefing.
approved. Face northwest.
Pushback and engine start approved. Face northwest, all Nippon 864 heavy.
Completed.
Before start checklist completed.
All Nippon 864 heavy. Request tax to the active.
All Nippon 864 heavy. Runway 32 right taxi via Purple 4. Purple Alpha.
Runway 32 right taxi via Purple 4. Purple Alpha. All Nippon 864 heavy.
Coiner 1815, gate 6, request pushback and engine start.
Coiner 1815, Gimpo ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face southwest.
Pushback approved, face southwest, Coiner 1815.
Release parking brakes, please. Commencing course. All engines clear. Start at wheel.
Coiner 1188 heavy, ground 121 taxi via Echo 1. Hold short runway 32 right.
Ground 121 via Echo 1. Hold short runway 32 right. Coiner 1188 heavy.
Coiner 1815, ready to taxi to the active.
Start sequence is right, then left.
Coiner 1815, runway 32 right taxi via Papa 3. Purple Alpha.
Runway 32 right taxi via Papa 3. Purple Alpha. Coiner 1815.
Corinair 1188 Heavy. Cross runway 32 right at Echo 1. Continue taxi via Echo, Pate, Romeo.
Cross runway 32 right at Echo 1. Continue taxi via Echo, Pate, Romeo, Corinair 1188 Heavy.
레이딩 이용 탐펌의 승포를 A 곧 엔진 스타.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
언락king 기어.
Jane 5, A3 Heavy, ready to taxi to the active.
Jane 583 Heavy. Runway 32 right, taxi via Romeo. Papa 2, Papa, Alpha.
Runway 32 right, taxi via Romeo. Papa 2, Papa, Alpha. Jane 5, A3 Heavy.
Door lock disconnected. 바이패스 핀 리무브다. 랩 디스크릴. 나이트 디스크릴.
Before taxi checklist.
Anti-ice. Engine anti-ice auto. Recall. Checked. Flight controls.
Checked.
Ground equipment.
Clear.
Before taxi checklist completed.
Jane 652, gate 4 taxi via Echo 1. Hold short runway 32 right.
Gate 4 via Echo 1. Hold short runway 32 right. Jane 652.
China 652, cross runway 32 right at Echo 1. Continue taxi via Echo, Papa, Romeo.
Cross runway 32 right at Echo 1. Continue taxi via Echo, Papa, Romeo, Jin'Air 652.
Only Plan 864 heavy. Contact Gimpo Tower 118.1.
Calls to Tower 118.1. Only Plan 864 heavy. Have a good day.
Clear left.
Clear right.
Before takeoff checklist.
Before takeoff checklist completed.
Japan Airline 2 Heavy at gate 37. Request pushback and engine start.
Japan Airline 2 Heavy, Gimpo ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face northwest.
Pushback and engine start approved. Face northwest. Japan Airline 2 Heavy.
Cabin secure.
Aerobusan 8813, gate 3. Request pushback and engine start.
Aerobusan 8813, Gimpo ground, hold position for traffic.
Hold position, Aerobusan 8813.
Aerobusan 8813, Gimpo ground, pushback approved. Face southwest.
Pushback approved. Face southwest. Aerobusan 8813.
Jin 583 Heavy. Request departure runway change.
Jin 583 Heavy. You've already started your taxi and I can't get you over to a new runway at this time. Unable.
Japan Air 92 Heavy. Request taxi.
Japan Air 92 Heavy. Runway 32 right, taxi via Papa 4. Pepper, does it?
Runway 32 right, taxi via Papa 4. Pepper, Alpha. Japan Air 92 Heavy.
Jin 583 Heavy. Contact info tower 118.1.
Contact tower 118.1. Jin 583 Heavy. Jin 583 Heavy. Ready to go. Runway 32 right.
Jin 583 Heavy. Gimpo Tower. Wind 250 degrees, 10 knots. Runway 32 right. Cleared for takeoff.
Runway 32 right. Cleared for takeoff. Jin 583 Heavy.
Request takeoff clearance.
Tower, Air Canada 583, ready for departure. Cleared for departure. Air Canada 583.
Clear for takeoff.
Cabin crew prepare for takeoff.
Aerobusan 8813, holding short, runway 32 right.
Aerobusan 8813, hold short of 32 right.
Affirm, hold short of 32 right for traffic. Aerobusan 8813.
Checklist complete.
Aerobusan
Set takeoff
8813,
thrust.
runway 32 right. Line up and
Clear for
wait.
takeoff.
Runway 32 right. Line up and wait. Aerobusan 8813.
V1, rotate. Positive rate.
Hotel Lima 8219, exit next available taxiway. Exit next available taxiway. Hotel Lima 8219. south, wind 250 degrees, 10 knots, fly heading 150, runway 32 right, cleared for takeoff.
Fly heading 150, runway 32 right, cleared for takeoff, Airbus 8813.
Jeju 583 Heavy, contact Seoul departure 121.4.
Contact Seoul departure 121.4, Jeju 583 Heavy. Seoul departure, Jeju 583 Heavy, good day, 3,100 feet.
Jeju 583 Heavy, Seoul departure, identified, climb to flight level 180.
Climb to flight level 180, Jeju 583 Heavy.
After takeoff checklist.
After takeoff checklist completed.
Seoul departure, Japan Air 92 Heavy, good day, 1,800 feet.
Japan Air 92 Heavy, Seoul departure, identified, climb to flight level 190.
Climb to flight level 190, Japan Air 92 Heavy.
$10,000. Shall we release the passengers?
Seoul departure, IGN 8951 Heavy, 1,200 feet.
IGN 8951 Heavy, Seoul departure, identified, climb to 14,000 feet, QNH 1019.
Climb to 14,000 feet, QNH 1019, IGN 8951 Heavy.
IGN 8951 Heavy, clear direct betas.
Resume all navigation. Clear and direct this. Resume all navigation. IGN 8951 Heavy. IGN 8951 Heavy. Contact engine control 125.45. Bye-bye. Contact engine control 125.45. IGN 8951 Heavy. Japan Air 92 Heavy. Contact engine control 125.45.
Seno on 125.45. Japan Air 92 Heavy.
Set altimeter to standard.
Standard set and cross-checked.
Air 583 Heavy. Contact engine control 125.45.
Contact engine control 125.45. Air 583 Heavy. Have a good day. Engine control. Air 583 Heavy. Climbing flight level 157 for flight level 180.
Air 583 Heavy. Engine control. Radar contact. Climb to flight level 360.
Climb to flight level 360. Air 583 Heavy.
Korean Air 778. Engine control. Expect Delta 1 Alpha with upstep transition. Runway 15 left.
Expect Delta 1 Alpha with the upstep transition. Runway 15 left. Korean Air 778.
Korean Air 778. Delta 1 Alpha with the upstep transition. Runway 15 left. Repaired ready for descent.
Delta 1 Alpha with the upstep transition. Runway 15 left. Ready for descent. Korean Air 778.
Korean Air 778. Descend to flight level 270.
Descend to flight level 270. Korean Air 778.
H139732 and H1018 expect the ILS runway 16 right with the Manan transition.
To MH1018 expect the ILS runway 16 right with the Manan transition. H13973.
Air 583 Heavy. Request new cruise altitude.
Air 583 Heavy. You broke up. Say again altitude.
Request flight level 300. Air 583 Heavy.
Air 583 Heavy. Roger. New cruise altitude flight level 300. IGN 337. Engine control. Expect Rebit 2 hotel with a Manan transition. Runway 16 right.
Expect Rebit 2 hotel with a Manan transition. Runway 16 right. IGN 337.
China Eastern 525. Contact Edu control 128.175.
Seno on 128.175. China Eastern 525.
Air 583 Heavy. Request new cruise altitude.
Air 583 Heavy. You broke out. Say again altitude.
Request flight level 230. Air 583 Heavy.
Air 583 Heavy. Roger. No cruise altitude flight level 230.
For the 2 meal choices and
IGN 349. Contact Nanjing Control 120.5.
Contact Nanjing Control 120.5. IGN 349. Bye-bye.
Bohemia 628. Radar vectors. ILS runway 16 right. Report ready for descent.
Radar vectors. ILS runway 16 right. Ready for descent. Bohemia 628.
Bohemia 628. Engine airport landing runway 16 right.
Engine airport. Landing runway 16 right. Bohemia 628.
Bohemia 628. Descend to flight level 240.
Descend to flight level 240. Bohemia 628.
IGN 337. Rebit 2 hotel with the Manan transition. Runway 16 right. Repaired ready for descent.
Rebit 2 hotel with the Manan transition. Runway 16 right. Ready for descent. IGN 337.
IGN 337. Descend to flight level 170.
Descend to flight level 170. IGN 337.
T-Way302 Heavy QNH1018, expect the runway 15 left with the Pacific transition.
QNH1018, expect the runway 15 left with the Pacific transition. T-Way302 Heavy.
Jeju Aero 1823, contact Eagle Control 128.175. Bye-bye.
Contact Eagle Control 128.175, Jeju Aero 1823.
IGN 8922, contact Seoul Approach 119.1.
Contact Seoul Approach 119.1, IGN 8922.
China Eastern 535, contact Fukuoka Control 118.9. Have a good day.
Contact Fukuoka Control 118.9, China Eastern 535, bye-bye.
Japan Air 92 Heavy, contact DU Control 128.175.
Seno on 128.175, Japan Air 92 Heavy, bye-bye.
IGN 8951 Heavy, Darrell 2 Papa with the Darrell transition, runway 07. Report ready for descent.
Darrell 2 Papa with the Darrell transition, runway 07, ready for descent. IGN 8951 Heavy.
IGN 8951 Heavy, descend to 9,000 feet, QNH 1019.
Descend to 9,000 feet, IGN 8951 Heavy.
SIP 42 Heavy, contact DU Control 128.175. Have a good day.
Contact DU Control 128.175, SIP 42 Heavy.
ESR Jet 213, contact Jeju Approach 121.2.
Contact Jeju Approach 121.2, ESR Jet 213.
Engine control, EasyJet 612, descending via Gulf 1 Alpha, flight level 336.
EasyJet 612, engine control, identified. T-way 202, descend to flight level 270.
Descend to flight level 270, T-way 202.
Engine control, Shandong cargo 3849, descending via orbit to hotel, flight level 224.
Shandong cargo 3849, engine control, radar contact.
Level 100, Jin'Air 272.
Transition, runway 07.
Expect Dodo to Papa with the Dodo transition. Runway 07, Jin'Air 583 Heavy.
Corinair 778, descend to flight level 170.
Descend to flight level 170, Corinair 778.
Jin'Air 202 QNH 1018, expect the runway 15 left with the Pacific transition.
QNH 1018, expect the runway 15 left with the Pacific transition. Jin'Air 202.
IGN 337, descend to flight level 130.
Descend to flight level 130, IGN 337.
Corinair 2118, contact Seoul approach 119.1.
Contact Seoul approach 119.1, Corinair 2118.
13973, cleared direct Monan, cross Monan at or above 1,600 feet, cleared ILS runway 16 right.
Cleared direct Monan, cross Monan at or above 1,600 feet, cleared ILS runway 16 right, Sichuan 3973.
TWA 716, contact Seoul approach 119.1.
Contact Seoul approach 119.1, TWA 716.
Recall?
Descent checklist.
Recall? Checked. Notes?
IGN
Checked. How to
337,
brake.
descend
Off.
to flight
Landing
level
data.
090.
Descend to flight level 090, IGN 337.
TWA 302 heavy, contact Incheon Tower 118.8.
Contact Tower 118.8, TWA 302 heavy.
Aerobusan 163, cleared direct Sun, cross Pacific or above 6,000 feet, cleared Verdun runway 15 left.
Clear direct, cross Pacific at or above 6,000 feet. Clear from the runway 15 left. Airbusan 163.
Jin'Air 583 heavy, Darrell to park with the Darrell transition, runway 07. Report ready for descent.
Dodo 2 Papa with the Dodo transition, runway 07, colon ready, Jin'Air 583 heavy. Jin'Air 583 heavy, approaching our top of descent, ready for descent.
Jin'Air 583 heavy, descend to 9,000 feet, QNH 1019.
Descend to 9,000 feet, Jin'Air 583 heavy.
Jeju Air 1304 QNH 1018, expect the Wagner runway 15 left with the Pacific transition.
QNH 1018, expect the Wagner runway 15 left with the Pacific transition, Jeju Air 1304.
Jin'Air 202, clear direct, sun, cross Pacific for above 6,000 feet, clear Wagner runway 15 left.
Clear direct, cross Pacific or above 6,000 feet, cleared Wagner runway 15 left, Jin'Air 202.
Engine control, China Post 274, flight level 299 knots.
IGN 337 QNH 1018, expect ILS runway 16 right with the Monan transition.
QNH 1018, expect ILS runway 16 right with the Monan transition, IGN 337.
Jin'Air 506, contact Seoul approach 119.1. Contact Seoul approach 119.1, Jin'Air 506. China Post 274, engine control, radar contact. Korean Air 711, contact Edo control 128.175, have a good day.
Channel on 128.175, Korean Air 711.
Jin'Air 270 QNH 1018, expect the Wagner runway 15 left with the Pacific transition.
QNH 1018, expect the Wagner runway 15 left with the Pacific transition, Jin'Air 270.
Sichuan 3973, contact Incheon Tower 118.8.
Contact Tower 118.8, Sichuan 3973, have a good day.
Airspring 6986, contact Nanjing Control 120.5.
Signal on 120.5, Airspring 6986.
Korean Air 778, descend to flight level 100.
Descend to flight level 100, Korean Air 778.
TWA 202, descend to flight level 170.
Descend to flight level 170, TWA 202.
IGN 337, descend to 2000 feet, QNH 1018.
Descend to 2000 feet, QNH 1018, IGN 337.
Jeju Air 1304, clear direct descent. Cross plus at or above 6,000 feet. Cleared Wagner runway 15 left.
Cleared direct descent. Cross plus at or above 6,000 feet. Cleared Wagner runway 15 left. Jeju Air 1304.
Air 628, QNH 1018, expect radar vectors for ILS runway 16 right.
QNH 1018, expect radar vectors for ILS runway 16 right. Air 628.
Sergeant 612, descend to flight level 170.
Descend to flight level 170, Sergeant 612.
Air 270, descend to 6,000 feet, QNH 1018.
Descend to 6,000 feet, QNH 1018. Air 270.
Shenzhen Cargo 3849, descend to flight level 130.
Descend to flight level 130, Shenzhen Cargo 3849.
Air 732, engine control, expect Harland 2 hotel with a Monan transition, runway 16 right.
Expect Harland 2 hotel with a Monan transition, runway 16 right, Air 732.
Air 732, Alman 2 hotel with the Monan transition, runway 16 right. Repaired ready for descent.
Alman 2 hotel with the Monan transition, runway 16 right, ready for descent. Air 732.
Air 732, descend to flight level 300.
Descend to flight level 300, Air 732.
Engine control, Airspring 6576, flight level 340.
Airspring 6576, engine control, identified. Sichuan 3961 heavy, contact Fukuoka control 118.9.
Center on 118.9, Sichuan 3961 heavy.
Viajet 956, engine control, expect TAVX 3 with the TAVX transition, runway 36 left.
Expect TAVX 3 with the TAVX transition, runway 36 left, Viajet 956.
Viajet 956, TAVX 3 with the TAVX transition, runway 36 left. Repaired ready for descent.
TAVX 3 with the TAVX transition, runway 36 left, ready for descent, Viajet 956.
Viajet 956, descend to 9,000 feet, QNH 1017.
Descend to 9,000 feet. VJ 956.
Engine control, IGN 8144, out of flight level 1534, 14,000 feet direct, Jet 30.
IGN 8144, engine control, radar contact, climb to flight level 290.
Climb to flight level 290, IGN 8144.
IGN 8144, Arimu 1 with the Arimu transition, runway 04 left, prepared ready for descent.
Arimu 1 with the Arimu transition, runway 04 left, ready for descent, IGN 8144.
IGN 8144, descend to 5,000 feet.
Descend to 5,000 feet, IGN 8144.
Just how's your day been?
Excellent, thanks for asking. You?
Much better now that I know you care, friend.
IGN 8932 heavy, engine control, expect Alman 2 Tango with the bumpy transition, runway 32 left.
Expect Alman 2 Tango with the bumpy transition, runway 32 left. IGN 8932 heavy.
IGN 8951 heavy, reduce speed 200 knots.
Reduce speed 200 knots, IGN 8951 heavy.
IGN 8932 heavy, Alman 2 Tango with the bumpy transition, runway 32 left. Prepared ready for descent.
Alman 2 Tango with the bumpy transition, runway 32 left.
Transition
ready for
level.
descent, IGN 8932 heavy.
IGN 8932 heavy, descend to flight level 190.
Descend to flight level 190, IGN 8932 heavy.
Sergeant 212, engine control, expect Alman 2 Tango with the bumpy transition, runway 32 left.
Expect Alman 2 Tango with the bumpy transition, runway 32 left, Sergeant 212.
Sergeant 212, Alman 2 Tango with the bumpy transition, runway 32 left. Prepared ready for descent.
Alman 2 Tango with the bumpy transition, runway 32 left, ready for descent, Sergeant 212.
Sergeant 212, descend to flight level 190.
Descend to flight level 190, Sergeant 212.
Aerobusan 8028, engine control, expect Alman 2 Tango with the bumpy transition, runway 32 left.
Expect Alman 2 Tango with the bumpy transition, runway 32 left, Aerobusan 8028.
Sichuan 3963, contact Fukuoka control 118.9.
Send on 118.9, Sichuan 3963.
IGN 8951 heavy, reduce speed 190 knots.
Reduce speed 190 knots, IGN 8951 heavy.
Jeju Air 1703, engine control, expect Robin West with the Margo transition, runway 14.
Expect Robin West with the Margo transition, runway 14, Jeju Air 1703.
IGN 8951 heavy. Reduce speed 180 knots.
Reduce speed 180 knots. IGN 8951 heavy.
Set altimeter to 1018.
1018. Set and cross-checked.
VREF 129 knots. Minimums 276 feet.
IGN 8951
VREF
heavy. Increase speed
129 knots. Minimum
Increase speed
276
IGN
feet. Barrow.
8951
Approach
heavy.
briefing.
Completed.
Descent checklist completed.
Jeju Air 1703. Contact Jeju Control 128.175.
Channel on 128.175. Jeju Air 1703.
Airspring 6576.
10,000.
Engine control. Expect to imitate 1 Alpha with the Malampay 1 transition. Runway 16 left.
Expect to make 81 Alpha with the Malampay 1 transition. Runway
Cabin crew
16
prepare
left.
for landing.
Airspring
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be arriving
6576.
at our destination shortly. If you are making a connection
Jin Air
to another
583
flight,
heavy.
please
Contact Jeju approach 121.2.
Contact Jeju approach 121.2. Jin Air 583 heavy. Jeju approach. Jin Air 583 heavy. 9,400 feet with information Oscar.
Jin Air 583 heavy. Jeju approach. Good day. QNH 1019. Expect the visual approach runway 07.
QNH 1019 are expect the visual approach runway 07. Jin Air 583 heavy.
Jin Air 583 heavy. Descend to 7,000 feet. QNH 1019.
Descend to 7,000 feet. QNH 1019er. Jin Air 583 heavy.
Jeju approach. IGN 8951 heavy. Good day. 9,800 feet with information asked.
IGN 8951 heavy. Jeju approach. QNH 1019. Expect a visual approach runway 07.
QNH 1019. Expect a visual approach runway 07. IGN 8951 heavy.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we start our descent, please make sure your seat
IGN
backs, your tables are in
8951
their upright
heavy.
positions. Make sure
Descend to
your seatbelt is
7,000
securely
feet.
fastened,
Descend
and all
to
carry-on
7,000
luggage is
feet.
stowed underneath
IGN
the seat so that you can board
8951
overhead
heavy.
bin. Please turn off all electronic devices until we are safely parked at the gate. Thank you.
Jin Air 583 heavy. Request direct to fix.
Jin Air 583 heavy. Roger. Suffix name.
Request direct to Yemen. Jin Air 583 heavy.
Jin Air 583 heavy. Confirm direct to Yemen.
Affirmative. Jin Air 583 heavy.
Jin Air 583 heavy. Roger. Clear direct to Yemen.
Cleared direct to Yemen. Jin Air 583 heavy.
Jin Air 583 heavy. Turn left. Heading to 05. Descend to 4,000 feet. Vectors for the approach.
Turn left. Heading to 05. Descend to 4,000 feet. Jin Air 583 heavy.
Asiana 8951 Heavy, maintain 180 knots.
Maintain 180 knots, Asiana 8951 Heavy.
Asiana 8951 Heavy, resume normal speed.
Resume normal speed, Asiana 8951 Heavy.
Jin Air 583 Heavy, reduce speed 200 knots.
Reduce speed 200 knots. Jin Air 583 Heavy.
Flaps 1.
Flaps 1.
Flaps 5.
Flaps 5.
Jin Air 583 Heavy, turn left, heading 160.
Turn left, heading 160. Jin Air 583 Heavy.
Jin Air 583 Heavy, turn right, heading 170.
Turn right, heading 170. Jin Air 583 Heavy.
Air 1611, leave you main heading 115. Expect radar vectors for visual approach runway 07.
Leave and heading 115. Expect radar vectors for visual approach runway 07. Calling Air 1611.
Air 583 heavy. Turn right, heading 205.
Turn right, heading 205. Air 583 heavy.
Air 583 heavy. Turn left, heading 070.
Turn left, heading 070. Air 583 heavy.
Air 583 heavy. Airport is at your 10 o'clock 10 miles. Report the field in sight.
We have the field. Air 583 heavy.
Air 583 heavy. Cleared visual approach runway 07.
Cleared visual approach 07. Air 583 heavy.
Air 583 heavy. Contact Jeju Tower 118.2.
Over to Tower 118.2. Air 583 heavy.
Radar altimeter alive.
Jeju Tower. Air 583 heavy. Visual runway 07.
Air 583 heavy. Jeju Tower. Wind 050 degrees. 11 knots. Runway 07 cleared to land.
Runway 07 cleared to land. Air 583 heavy.
Gear down. Flaps 20.
Gear down. Flaps 20.
Flaps 30.
Flaps 30. $1,000 stable.
1,000.
Jeju Tower, Corinair 1611, visual runway 07.
Corinair 1611, Jeju Tower. Wind 050 degrees, 11 knots. Runway 07 cleared to land.
Runway 07 cleared to land. Corinair 1611.
500.
Landing checklist.
Landing checklist completed.
Checklist complete.
400. 300.
Approaching minimums.
Approaching minimums. 200. Minimum.
Minimums.
50. 30. 20. 10.
Speed brake up. Reversers normal. 50 knots. ICAS auto brake.
Jin Air 583 Heavy, exit next available taxiway.
Exit next available taxiway. Jin Air 583 Heavy.
Jin Air 583 Heavy, contact ground 121.675.
Ground 121.675. Jin Air 583 Heavy. Bye bye.
At the gate. This will be your indication it is safe to move about the cabin, gather your belongings, and disembark. We'd like to thank you for flying with us today. We appreciate your business and hope to see you again on a future flight.
Jin Air 583 Heavy. Request taxi to assigned gate.
Jin Air 583 Heavy, ramp 57 taxi via Papa.
Ramp 57 via Papa. Jin Air 583 Heavy.
Korean Air 1611, ramp 64 taxi via Papa 4, Papa Golf 3, Romeo.
Ramp 64 via Papa 4, Papa Golf 3, Romeo, Korean Air 1611.
Shutdown checklist.
Fuel pumps. Double check that, please. Parking brake.
Set.
Shutdown checklist completed.
T-way 332, J817 taxi via Papa 4, Papa, Romeo.
J817 via Papa 4, Papa, Romeo, T-way 332.
Passengers bus is coming. Passengers, the boarding started.
IGN 8951 Heavy, Gate 13 taxi via Parker 3, Bravo, Alpha, cross runway 13, continue taxi via Alpha, Romeo.
Gate 13 via Parker 3, Bravo, Alpha, cross runway 13, continue taxi via Alpha, Romeo, IGN 8951 Heavy.
Passengers bus is coming. through the boarding siding. Your crew has been boarded.
All aircraft be advised, information top and no current. 2NH1018.